Hey there, Brian Hutchison, Global Career Guy, back for episode 85. Sporting my weekend look today. Just been out and about enjoying the fruits of my labor weekend with my wife and my dogs, and now just piddling in my office with a little bit of work. So today's episode I'm going to call Curate Your E-Stuff. I almost wanted to say a different word than stuff there, but I'll go with E-Stuff. So that it's a PG-13 audience. So I've been doing a little bit of reading lately in academic literature and a good article about how email is ruining sort of the depth of the research that academics are able to do. Reading, and I need to look it up real quick because it just slipped my mind. But the book, so sorry. Digital Minimalism. There we go. The book Digital Minimalism, which really talks about the cognitive load that we carry by being so connected electronically, and how there's something called attention residue, which is every time we slip our attention from one thing to the other and back and back and back and back again, that there's actually a cognitive cost that we pay. And the price, the outcome price of that is we don't have an attention span to do depth work, to really think deeply about the work that we do. Now, there are many ways to do this. Some people suggest taking big breaks, like every weekend or one day a week from technology. I think that's a good way to do it. Some people suggest mindfulness meditation to keep the brain in a place where it can sit deeply with things. I think that's a good idea. The one I want to talk about today is curating your electronic life. And this is something that I've probably been doing for about 16 to 18 months now. And I've really found it to be a game changer for me. And so let's go to Facebook as a starting point, because I think that's what I started. I was getting increasingly frustrated with Facebook, just sort of the banality of it, the fact that I felt like I was knowing about people without being in relationship with people, but also the press of seeing people face to face and them assuming I know things because of my engagement with them on Facebook. And what I did one weekend was I spent quite a bit of time curating everything that goes into my feed. That doesn't mean I have to unfriend everyone. It means that I unfollow people and feeds that create my Facebook account. Okay, my home page on Facebook. This is a powerful tool, particularly if you get a lot of information from Facebook, because what happens is the algorithm narrows your mind and your point of view by only giving you one type of content, say political content, or the type of interest area like history that the content comes from. The other thing is in other things, I really don't see myself as a social media consumer for the most part. Now, my struggle is engagement, and so I actually set aside time to go through my social media feeds and make sure that I'm responding to the people that are in my virtual life, but I'm not a flipper through, so I'm a creator of social media content in my mind. And then my engagement piece I'm doing with great intentionality. So I don't often feel like I'm getting sucked into Instagram or Twitter. In fact, those feel like fairly foreign environments to me because I've curated them and put a control on them so that I can have the active, deeply lived life that I want to have. The last one I'll touch on very quickly is my email inbox, which drove me crazy for years. I feel like email is like the tide coming in and I'm fighting against the tide. And so I've done what many people have done. I've blocked off times to check email. I've tried to raise my awareness when I'm fiddling with email on my phone. But mostly I try to keep my inboxes low. My inbox is like my desktop, and I am a respond, file, or trash person as quickly as possible. And the positive result of this that I didn't expect is now my inbox is like my to-do list. If it is there, it needs to be done pretty much today. And so I rarely see my inbox as above 100, even though I get several hundred, sometimes as many as 500 or 600 emails a day. So for now, a little bit on curating your stuff as we will, and let's keep the conversation going. My question for today is how do you curate your electronic life that works for you? For now, episode 85 in the books. Brian Hutchison, Global Career Guy, signing off.